power duly vested, hereby proclaim April 10, 2010 to be Adam West Day.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Wally Wingert.
Hello! It's The Tonight Show in Palm Springs, welcoming Adam West.
Where'd you get the t-shirt?
Had it made, actually, for this occasion, so I'll be selling them for $1.99 on the corner after the... No, I'm kidding. Adam, congratulations. This is absolutely fantastic. Let me tell you a little story about how long I've known Adam. It was actually about 30 years ago to this day. This past March 1st, actually. Happy anniversary, sweetie. I love you. A young, fuzzy-haired little disc jockey took his tape machine out into the cold, snowy winter day to do an interview with his childhood hero, who was appearing that weekend in his hometown of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. It was a dream come true for that young DJ, not only to be interviewing his idol, but to be able to say after 30 years and be able to consider himself a personal friend of Adam West. Now, I'll never forget those 3 days in March of 1980 as long as I live. The zany interviews we did were a lot of fun, seeing Adam in the legendary Batman costume, up close and personal, and kind of nervously walking into the theater's office for the very first time. And I walk in and I go, "Hi, I'm Wally Wingert from 13K Yellow Radio, here to interview Adam West." And the guy casually motions behind him and says, "Well, there he is." So I look behind his shoulder. It was like a zoom in from a Hitchcock film. There he is, indeed, in his sheepskin jacket, reclining in a chair with his cowboy-booted feet perched atop the desk. Would Adam be trustworthy of this young boy's adulation? Would he turn out to be a very Batman? Stay tuned, Bat fans. Same bat time, same bat channel. Well, Adam turned to me and he saw the familiar look of awe and amazement on my face, and I stuttered something about being from a local radio station, and he said, "Just tell me I'm your hero." Without missing a beat, I said, "I'm your hero. I mean, you're my hero." Like the frostiest cold front perpetrated by Mr. Freeze, Batman had once again broken the ice. A group of us went out to eat that weekend, and after bringing Adam his crab legs, a very nervous waiter spilled melted butter all over Adam's sheepskin jacket. Can you believe it? Well, I figured Adam, would hit the roof, but at that point I just didn't know Adam that well. Adam smoothed over the frightened waiter's concerns with some kind words, and I said, "Adam, how come you're not mad?" He says, "Wally, it happens all the time." Right then I knew then and there that this guy was definitely worthy of all the adulation and worship he's received, because that's what Batman would have done, right? Yeah! Now, on the final day of Adam's appearance that weekend, we took a photo together. Just before the shutter clicked, he surprised me by putting out his gloved hand and saying, "Put her there, Robin." I'll never forget that. In 1988 now, a few years later, when I lived in Los Angeles for about a year, I arranged another appearance for Adam in my hometown of Sioux Falls. This was great. It was one of the last appearances that Adam was allowed to do in the Batman costume before Warner put the kibosh on it. So the morning of the appearance, he asked me if I could arrange to have his cape ironed. Apparently it had become quite wrinkled in the flight to South Dakota. Now the only person that I would trust, the one person in life that I would trust to do such an auspicious task, I placed an early morning call to, not the commissioner, to...
Mother. Your mom.
Yeah, thank you, my mother, yes. I said, "Mom, bring your iron. Adam needs his cape ironed." And she still talks about that honor to this very day. So, we're riding in the limo to the appearance. Now, the driver brought along his 6-year-old son, right? And the kid is locked in on Adam the entire trip. He won't take his eyes off him. Adam's in the full costume. So, though the cowl that Batman has to wear is obviously hot and uncomfortable, am I correct? Itchy, yes. I'm sure Adam would love to have removed it, to have had a nice trip over to the appearance. But because the 6-year-old boy was there with his eyes locked on him, Adam didn't remove his cowl once because he didn't want to blow the experience for the young boy. Is that cool? That's awesome. As we rode down the streets of South Dakota, ooh, Streets of South Dakota sounds like a great series. Talk to me later, I'll pitch it. He confided to me that the role of Batman was both a blessing and a curse, and he wondered how his life might have been different had he never gotten the role in the first place. I reminded him that he's achieved recognition in all corners of the globe. He's been responsible for helping to raise generations of youngsters with solid core values and principles. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And given smiles to millions, possibly billions of people. I knew lots of actors in Hollywood who would have given a good share of their anatomy to have just 1/10 of what Adam's achieved through Batman. And after saying this, Adam's eyes locked on me through the eye holes in the cowl and said, "Wally, I've never thought of it that way." Now, I've always considered Adam to be one of the most underrated comedic geniuses of our time. Am I right? Right. Wow. He has an amazing dry wit, swagger, comedic commitment that Adam is blessed with, and thanks to guys like Seth MacFarlane who recognized that unique ability and put it to good use on Family Guy, Adam's comedic genius is finally getting full recognition. In fact, at Adam's appearances that he does today, you see two types of people in line. People my age holding Batman souvenirs, and college-age kids holding images of Family Guy's Mayor West who have absolutely no idea that he was even ever Batman. So they'll talk to people in line saying, "Why are you holding a Batman thing?" Well, it's an amazing thing. So very few people in life, especially in Hollywood, obtain the kind of international stardom that Batman has given Adam, but even fewer are given a second legacy like Adam is now enjoying with Family Guy. And as one of the cast members, one of the proudest moments of my career came in the late 90s when Adam and I were both cast on Family Guy to provide voices. And at the end of each episode, the guest cast is listed alphabetically. Well, Wingert, West, figure it out, do the math. The very last card on several episodes simply lists Adam West, Wally Wingert. I mean, I couldn't believe my eyes. It was an unbelievable dream come true. I was getting to share a card with my idol. So I saved it as a screenshot, I printed it, and it now has a place of prestige right above my door. Every day I go to work, I get to look up at that pay homage and go on my way. And it reminds me of those snowy days back in South Dakota about 30 years ago. How life really provides the ability for dreams to come true if you just keep the faith. And finally, being blessed with talent, good looks, charm, poise, grace, a unique sense of humor, and a whole heapin', helpin', and nice guyness, there is no better candidate to have their life and career commemorated on this esteemed Walk of Fame today. As Mayor West himself might say, "I love Adam West more than taffy."
I was just thinking that. I love Adam West more than taffy.
And I'm a man who loves his taffy. And as a pal of yours for over 30 years, I say, congratulations, Adam West. God bless you, kind sir.
We're proud to honor Adam West with a star on the Palm Springs Walk of Stars. Now we'd all like to hear from the man of the hour, the 329 star, Mr. Adam West.
Good. What was that? You had lunch? This is such a lovely moment, and I want to thank Bob and Susan and the board, all you people who made this possible. You know, I can't think of a sidewalk in the world I'd rather have a star on than here in Palm Springs. Thank you. I'll be leaving now. The place is beautiful. I can look up from my star and see great, great beauty every day. And the people here are lovely. I mean, they're philanthropists with these stars who've done wonderful things for people and continue to do that. Now, I'm very lucky, and it's kind of a guy thing. My star is between, well, it's a sandwich between Marilyn and Marlena Dietrich. Let's just hope that I can produce. It is a wonderful thing to be able to be here. Now, my family and I have been coming in here for about 40 years, and now, for the last 3 years, we've been lucky enough to have a home here. It only took me 150 movies, 5 TV series, and countless television guest stars. But we now have a home here too, and we love it. What I'd like to do now is just stand here for a moment and let you admire my incredible crime-fighting physique. Isn't that silly? I've done 120 episodes of Batman, my favorite show. And what it's done, people all over the world are very nice to me and very humorful. And if I can play any scenes for you after this, I'd be happy to try. But speaking of Batman, one of the good things, I think, about the star being here is that I can come down on a daily basis. It's so close to my home and polish it. And as Batman, a crime fighter, I want you to know something, that I'm well aware of the anti-littering laws here in Palm Springs, and I will be checking that out here. Thank you. I'd rather have a star here than anywhere. Thanks.